What's up, nerds? I'm your boy Jay. This is Movie Mass. Thanks for clicking the button. In previous videos, I have alluded to my humongous, tremendous, even at times intimidating, daunting, it's hard to take it all in, a pile of unwatched movies. What do you think I was talking about? Certainly not my aggressively mediocre No, I'm talking about my pile of unwatched movies. This pile consists of broadly two types of movies. There are format upgrades for movies that I've seen before, but probably not for a very long time. Things like Happy Gilmore was a recent format upgrade. I bought Happy Gilmore last week, and I was upgrading from the DVD from many, many years ago, '04, or whenever I got that DVD. So that was a movie that I hadn't seen in a very long time, and I hadn't seen on that upgraded format. There are also blind buys of films that I've never ever seen before. And I think in a previous video I have mentioned that I have kind of a problem with blind buys. I am just way, way, way too open to films that I've never ever seen before. Most of the time that works out pretty well, but it also means that I buy a lot of movies that I ain't never seen before, and that adds to this unwatched pile that I wish to address today. I have recently counted how deep this pile is, and it's over 350 movies deep. 369 to be exact.
69.
Oh, that's a good one. I must confess this unwatched pile has for a long time been a source of some shame for me. I've been maintaining a pile of some size of unwatched films since at least 2003. I feel a little bit bad about it. I feel some guilt about that, having such a large collection of movies and then such a large percentage of those unwatched, unopened, unloved. You don't want to feel like you're going out and spending $30, $35, maybe in the case of some of these 4K steelbooks, $45 and $50 to buy a piece of plastic or a piece of metal and plastic, maybe with some cardboard, and just placing it on your shelf. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend to move an item logistically from like an Amazon warehouse or the shelf at a Bull Moose or Barnes & Noble, move it from that location where it's being safely warehoused to your movie room. If you don't watch it, then there's really no point in buying it, is what I'm trying to say. Spending money just to warehouse it yourself is kind of pointless. You might as well save money and outsource the warehousing of movies you're not watching to Barnes & Noble and or Amazon. Let them pay for the warehousing of a movie that you don't plan to watch. So honestly, it's really been giving me some guilt lately, and I really would like to jump on this unwatched pile and really kind of clear it out. I mean, that's a stretch goal. It's maybe even a pipe dream of mine, is to just completely clear that unwatched pile out. And unfortunately, it's only been getting bigger. My habit has really been going strong lately, guys, you know? I've been hitting it really hard for the past year or so, so my unwatched pile has really ballooned in that time. I've been buying movies at a rate that I could never keep up with in watching them, like bringing them home and watching them. So I want to shamelessly capitalize on this situation for my own content, for my own gain. Thank you very much. Hit subscribe. Bitch! I will spend the rest of this video talking about what's on my list. I want to tell you guys, you dorks out there, what's on my list, so that you lovable dorks, I say that with love in my heart for you, you dorks, but I want you guys to tell me which ones I should watch, which ones I should watch first. I've got a large pile of 369 unwatched films that's going to take me a little while to get through. I need your help, helping me decide which of these films is worthy of my time first, which ones I should get to immediately. What happens if I die by accident? We never know when it's going to happen. I could get hit by a bus next month. I got to prioritize the best films first, and I got to watch them so that if I croak in a year, hopefully not, I'm gonna knock on some wood. Lord willing, I'll be around to watch all of my movies, but if not, I need y'all's help making sure that my final days I spend watching the good stuff and not the shit, and then I regret my last days. I'll be in heaven just kicking myself. Let's be real, I'm not going to heaven. Now, unless I want to make a 7-hour video like my man Brian from Last Movie Standing, I love you, boo, I gotta break this up into manageable chunks. I gotta take that 369 film list and I gotta whack it up into like smaller sample sizes of films, maybe 10 or 12 at a time, and then that way you guys can have a more manageable chunk to deal with too if you're gonna provide me recommendations. We really do need to, like, how do you eat an elephant? You know, one bite at a time. It's a large, daunting thing, but if we chop it up into small enough pieces and we stay at it, and I'm saying we because this is now a team. We're a team now, okay? You're part of Team Almy now, whether you like it or not, okay? I'm gonna throw a bag over your head and toss you into the panel van. You're part of the team now. We are a team, okay? We need to work together. I love you. So you're gonna help me out. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna hold hands the whole way through this deep, 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 deep pile of movies, and you're gonna help me out. Now, I should also say that my unwatched pile is fairly diverse. I think that I have a relatively diverse taste in movies. I like all kinds of movies. I've got a lot of US domestic films naturally, things like The Searchers 4K, which I recently picked up, and I got that used at Bull Moose for $15, and it is in impeccable condition, you guys, for $15. How much did I save on that? I saved something like 14 or 15 bucks on that title. I've got relatively recent movies in my collection, like The Substance. I've got the movie 4K of The Substance. I've got 80s movies like Risky Business, 90s stuff like JFK in my unwatched pile. I've got stuff from the 30s like Ladies Should Listen, starring Cary Grant. I've got foreign films like La Dolce Vita, which is an out-of-print Criterion Blu-ray, I might add. I'm kind of proud that I have that in my collection, and I haven't watched it yet. What's wrong with me? I've got martial arts films, of course. I am, at times, Sir Hong Kong Fooey, and I moonlight as such, okay? I started teaching my daughter Kung Fu today. It was pretty good. She got a decent horse stance for a 6-year-old. I've got martial arts films like Dragons Forever, A Man Called Hero. I've got samurai shit. You know I got samurai shit. I love that samurai shit. Like Tokijiro and Samurai Wolf Part 1 and 2. That's got a sick slipcover. Have you seen the slipcover to Samurai Wolf? If you haven't, you need to go check it out, and then you need to buy that shit if it's still available in your area, because that slipcover is fucking sick, dog. I've got wacky shit like Love on Delivery. I've even got some anime. I'm a little bit, like I usually say, I'm about no shame in my game. This is nothing I'm ashamed to admit. This is something that I'm kind of a little bit ashamed to admit. I do have some anime. I'm not a big anime guy, but I'm a little anime guy. And so I do have some anime like Weathering with You, no homo, and When Marnie Was Here. When Marnie Was There? Is it When Marnie Was Here or When Marnie Was There? I don't know. That bitch gets around. That Marnie bitch gets around. I don't know. I've got action stuff like The Long Kiss Goodnight on 4K from Arrow. I've got comedies like Kingpin on 4K. I've got The Man with No Dollar trilogies in my unwatched pile. I just got those, I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago from Diabolic. Just sent me those 3 Arrow chunky boxes, man. They look beautiful. And shit, I even have Detective Pikachu in my unwatched pile. I got Detective Pikachu in there because I got kids. What can I tell you? I bought Detective Pikachu on Steelbook on sale at Walmart because I got children. I'm trying to get them to watch something besides damn K-pop Demon Hunters, man. So I think what I'm trying to say with all of that is that my unwatched pile is not only large, but there's a diversity of films in there, so it's not just one big-ass pile of, like, Vinegar Syndrome stuff. It's not just one big-ass pile of 90s comedies. I've got a bunch of different stuff because I like a bunch of different stuff, and, you know, you never know what you're going to feel like, so you've got to curate a diverse collection for yourself when you're buying physical media stuff. I stand by and endorse that statement. So today, what I will do is I'll start with 10 movies that I've curated. I got a little pile right here. You hear me tap, tap, tap in that pile? I got a nice little pile right here. 10 movies that I curated, more or less at random, although I did account for holidays and other themed viewing. So I have like an unwatched Christmas movie over there, and you best believe I'm not busting that out till December. And in December, we can talk about Fanny and Alexander, but until then, no thank you. It's late August right about now. We're gonna be rolling into September in a couple of days, and I don't wanna be messing around with movies that I should not be watching in September because I obey the law. I'm not trying to get thrown in jail again. I ain't going back. Anyway, here's what we got. Top of the list, and this is also random. I've got these in no particular order. No particular order. I've got Kingpin. I mentioned this was in the pile, and I recently picked this up, I think, within the last 2 weeks. I did buy this in August. I got this pre-owned from Bull Moose. It was quite affordable for the 4K with the slip. It's a Kino Lorber, obviously. This is a comedy from the 90s. I think it came out in 96, I want to say. I may not be right about that, but it's academic at this point. It's a 90s film, so that's, you know, for the sake of diversity. It's a U.S. domestic film, and it's a pretty broad, although kind of lowbrow comedy. I have seen Kingpin before. This is not a blind buy. This is column A. It's been a long time since I've seen Kingpin, many, many years. In fact, the last time I saw Kingpin might have been on VHS, maybe DVD, but it might have been, there's a solid chance that I have not seen Kingpin since the VHS days. And so this will be a pretty big format upgrade for me. I haven't seen it in many years. It is one that I'm looking forward to watching because, I don't know, I like drinking beers and laughing at 90s comedies. It's something I do on the weekend. Now, next up, we're taking a little bit of a turn, okay? This one doesn't slot in real comfortably right besides Kingpin, but like I said, I want to have different stuff to watch. I want to watch all different stuff. I got Tokijiro. Look at that motherfucker right there. You don't want to mess with that guy. Look at that face. He's some kind of lone Yakuza. He's a gambler, down on his luck. He's been ordered to assassinate a dude. I like all of that. I gotta be honest with you, I really like the way this is sounding. This is obviously a Radiance release. You can read that, right? This is 1960s. I don't know, I don't remember the year. 1966, I don't know. 1960s, obviously a Japanese film. This was part of the Japanese film industry, not a US film at all. I'm not even sure about the US distribution of this film historically. I don't know if this was out 10 years ago on a DVD or what, but this is the Blu-ray from Radiance. It is a samurai period drama with maybe a little bit of sword play. So it's like a Jidaigeki, which is like the Japanese period drama, and Chanbara is like a subgenre of that includes sword play. It's usually a little bit more, you know, action-oriented. It has a few action-oriented scenes with some kind of fantastic sword play in it. So that is actually one of my favorite things to watch from Japanese cinemas. I love watching samurai dudes swing their swords around and chop each other up. One of the more fun things that you can possibly watch. This is a complete and total blind buy for me. I bought this a year ago. I actually bought this on my birthday. My daughter and I, my oldest daughter and I, went to Bull Moose on my birthday last year, almost one full year ago. September 7th is my birthday. We went on September 7th to Bull Moose, and I was, let's pick out a movie. I can't believe I've been sitting on this thing for almost a whole year now. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it really has been just about a full year. I know next to nothing about this film. I'm going in about as blind as one can, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm an absolute sucker for that kind of over-the-top dramatization of like samurai stuff, samurai kind of livelihood, and the kinetic sword play that can oftentimes go along with that. So I'm a sucker for that. Next up, in my pile of unwatched stuff, JFK. This is a shout release. As you can see, I got the big old box set before it went out of print. This is out of print. Sorry, nerds, if you didn't get this one. Sucks to be you, nerds. This is now out of print, unfortunately, although this was available for a really long time. I can't imagine it's that much on eBay if you wanted to pick this up. and Shout didn't have it. I imagine you could probably still find this for a pretty reasonable price. As you can see, there are several discs in there. And I don't know if this is just intimidating to me and that's why I haven't watched it. I've been sitting on this for, I don't know, I got this a few months ago. I haven't been sitting on this for too long, but I think I paid about $30 for this. As you can see, it's still sealed. It's in pristine condition. It's like 8.5 discs. That's a lot of discs. I don't know how to work the half a disc out. I don't even know why I said that. That sounded stupid. In hindsight, that sounded stupid. I blame this guy right here. Again, 90s film, US domestic, from Shout Factory, so we're already starting to see that I've got this nice variety of labels that I'm including, of decades, as well as some Japanese film, some US film. This is a political kind of epic drama with like a little bit of a thriller and conspiracy vibes, and let me tell you, I love conspiracy vibes, 100%. Creatures of the Night, I'm one of them, booyah. This is one that I've seen small snippets of when I was taking film theory at University of Georgia. We watched bits and pieces of this, but I haven't seen the whole thing, start to end, and even the snippets that we watched in class were so long ago that I only vaguely remember them. Thank you very much, drugs, but I'd like to rewatch this shit, because I'm just into conspiracy stuff. Okay, next in the pile, Love on Delivery. This is one that I actually got fairly recently. I want to say I picked this one up maybe in the halfway to Black Friday sale, because it hit the 50% off. It's pretty smart moves to wait on Vinegar Syndrome titles until they reach a sale, like the halfway to Black Friday or the Black Friday sales, because you can get considerable savings on these. As you can see, it's still sealed. It's still in the plastic wrap. I have not yet watched it. This is a 90s film. I want to say 94. I could be wrong. Don't fight me in the comments. I'm just going off the top of my head. Obviously, I could Google it, but I'm a lazy bastard, and I didn't Google it. I think it's 94. This is a Hong Kong cinema film, so yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of my foreign cinema is Asian, although I've got a big boner for French cinema as well. As you know, if you've seen my video on Les Samurai, Hong Kong cinema, this is a comedy. I think it's probably pretty wacky. It's got maybe some slapstick action and hopefully, fingers crossed, some general batshit craziness to this movie. But it was a total blind buy, so I have no idea what to expect except for, you know, just what I've seen in the trailer on the Vinegar Syndrome website. Next, I got one last Vinegar Syndrome film, and that is Cloak and Dagger. This is in my unwatched pile. Look at that bad boy. I got the out of print, the nice, robust. I like them thick. I like them girthy. I like to feel the heft of that thing in my hand. I want to feel the girth. And so this is out of print, but I got this, you know, a little while back. It's been out of print probably for at least a year or so, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. It's been about a year since I've had this. And this is an 80s film. So this is my era for sure, is 80s. I feel like that is my lane, very much so. And I might stray into like a 90s lane. I definitely go into the 30s from time to time, but I feel like 80s I'm just a sucker for, and I will just buy anything. This is another US domestic film, spy adventure type movie. It was released in the summertime, so, you know, I'm expecting some good times. This is a total blind buy, I think. I don't know, I may have seen this when I was like young, like really young. The memories might flood back while I'm watching it, but I gotta watch it to see, right? I'm pretty sure this is a blind buy though, fairly certain. Next on the list, you're never gonna believe it, Risky Business. You know, Risky Business on this unwatched pile. Sorry about the glare there, but what can I say? Whew, it's a good thing I don't have any porn playing on my computer right now, because you'd totally see it like reflected right there, and you'd see like a dude humping a lady, or two dudes humping a lady, or maybe even three dudes humping a lady, and I don't think YouTube would like that, so I close all my incognito porn windows before I record these videos, and that's just because I'm a professional, y'all. Criterion Collection, so again, I'm diversifying my bonds.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
I'm diversifying my boutiques. And this is another 80s film. This is a bit of a theme for me. You're gonna notice that 80s movies is a little bit of a theme. It's probably unavoidable. Just like Asian films, you're going to notice a lot of Asian films in this pile. You're going to notice a lot of 80s films. You're going to notice a lot of 80s Asian films in this pile as well. And it's just because that's what I'm interested in, so that's what I tend to buy. Although I will buy other stuff, like French films of the 60s too. I mean, I'll buy some Italian cinema, Vittorio De Sica, you know, stuff like that. But this is just what I have in my unwatched pile. This is a US film. Of course, I think 83 was the year. It's kind of a comedy, kind of coming of age, drama. I have seen this. It has been a very long-ass time. My virgin eyes have not set upon Risky Business in 4K yet, so that is why it's in my unwatched pile. I have to watch it on 4K, and I have not seen Risky Business in a very long time. Don't judge me, monkey, okay?
Don't judge me, monkey.
Next on the list, we're getting down to the bottom of this pile of 10. I can't believe this is 10 movies because it feels kind of like 20 or 30. I just keep talking about movies and I keep reaching over and there's just a stack and it's not going away yet, guys. I got Weathering with You in there. I told y'all I had a little bit of anime. It is what it is. I'm not going to try to defend myself. I do watch a small amount of anime, the stuff that's, especially Miyazaki stuff, but I like the wiki crazy shit I used to watch when I was, I don't know, 13, 14 too, like Vampire Hunter D. Dog, I just bought Vampire Hunter D like last week. Came with a slip cover and everything. I got Ninja Scroll. Bro, I got the Blu-ray Steelbook of Ninja Scroll. Let me tell you something, that movie's sick. Have you seen Ninja Scroll? Dudes like run around chopping each other up. It's wild. It is an excellent movie. There's tits out. It's a wild ass cartoon. I wouldn't mind seeing a live action Ninja Scroll if they did it right, if they did it good, that'd be cool. But I got Weathering with You. This is a Shout Kids release. I think it says kids on there. It was on their kids, you know, they got the kids section on their website. Shout Kids release, which is kind of where they put all their anime, unfortunately. This is a more recent film as well, 2019. So this is more recent, obviously Japanese. So it's not a US film, Japanese film. It's obviously an anime for genre, but like there's some romantic comedy, maybe a little drama in there too. So anime is not a genre, people. I understand that, but a lot of times it's treated as such. This is a total blind buy for me. I've never seen Weathering with You. I don't know a lot about it, but I liked Your Name enough to jump on this steelbook during a sale. Your Name is another anime directed by the same guy that did this one, and I liked that one well enough that I think I got this one for, I don't know, 15 bucks or something. It was worth jumping on this one just based on my appreciation for that other movie called Your Name. Next on my list, I got A Man Called Hero. I like the graphic design of that cover. That's a nice cover. I like that one. Pretty badass. This is another Vinegar Syndrome VSA. As you can see, completely sealed still. I think I got this one at the same time as Love on Delivery. I think this one was 50% off. How do you argue? I think I paid $21 for this. Look at that. It's got that nice VSA slipcase. Beautiful artwork. I'm very confident that the transfer and restoration are going to look nice because Vinegar Syndrome almost always does. This is a 90s film, came out in 1999. It's just barely a 90s film. They just slipped this one in at the very end of this century. It's Hong Kong cinema, of course, as you could tell from the Chinese writing all on that. This is a Hong Kong cinema film, and it's a martial arts period piece. So I believe it is set in the 1930s. Don't quote me on that. I saw this film my last year of high school, maybe my first year of college, with my boy Jimmy, R.I.P. Jimmy, I love you. So it's not a blind buy, but it's very, very fuzzy in my mind. It's about as close as you can get to a blind buy without actually being a blind buy, but I'm looking forward to this one as well. Any of you guys out there seen A Man Called Hero? This feels like one that people never talk about on the internet. I never hear people talking about it, whatever. If you've seen it, I want to know what you thought about it, and should I watch it immediately? Next up, I got another Kino Lorber film. This is Ladies Should Listen, starring Cary Grant. This is a Kino film. It's part of a box set, actually, so even though it doesn't have a slipcover on it, normally I'm sick in the head about slipcovers. This one doesn't come with a slipcover because it comes with a slipcase with a couple of other Cary Grant films. So I have the slipcase, of course, over there with a couple other movies in it. I selected Ladies Should Listen. This is a 1930s film. 1934, I believe, is the year that Ladies Should Listen came out. This is obviously U.S. domestic. If it's Hollywood, it's got to be U.S. domestic, right? It's a classic Hollywood romance. Probably some comedic elements in there, too. It's a total blind buy, but I love Cary Grant. Anybody who's been around this channel for, I don't know, more than a month should probably know I love Cary Grant. Big fan. I'll watch anything that he's in. I also feel like this is a fairly obscure film for being one that stars Cary Grant. I think Cary Grant is much more well-known for his collaborations with Alfred Hitchcock, like North by Northwest. He's well-known for that. Charade, he's really well-known for. He's really well-known for his collaborations with Howard Hawks, with Bringing Up Baby. He's well-known for His Girl Friday. There's a lot of stuff for which Cary Grant is very well-known. Ladies Should Listen is not one, and that's probably why people aren't lined up outside of Kino Lorber right now, like picketing, like feminists. Like, what the fuck do you mean ladies should listen, motherfucker? What you telling me to listen for? You telling me to listen to a man? I gotta sit down, I gotta listen to a man telling me what to do because it's 1934 and I'm not allowed to vote again? I'm treated like property, you're allowed to beat me and the cops won't even come? I feel like Ladies Should Listen, like that title should really be triggering some people right now, and nobody talks about it. Nobody's like, that movie triggered me. That movie touched me on my vagina. Anyway, I'm looking forward to Ladies Should Listen. Maybe that should be first. Who thinks that should be first? Just so I could see if there's any content in that film that should be triggering. Last up, I got one more movie. I tried to rip through this pile as quick as I could, but I found myself talking a lot of shit today. I'm fired up. I've had some caffeine. What can I tell you? The Searchers. I think I mentioned that I got this pre-owned. I bought this. This is in pretty good shape for pre-owned. You got to be careful with pre-owned and the slipcovers because unfortunately, not everybody is delicate with their slipcovers. Some people absolutely abuse these slipcovers, but The Searchers, I got this for $15 from Bull Moose on 4K. This is a studio release. Warner Brothers? It looks like Warner Brothers. This is a studio release. So it's not a boutique, but again, diversity. That's what we're about here on this channel, okay? I know my face looks pretty pale to you, but we're all about diversity here. At Team Almy, Movie Mass, everyone's welcome here, okay? This is a 50s film. It's a film from 56? Oh, 56, I don't know. Maybe. Fight me if it's not. If I'm wrong, you're allowed to kick me in the balls if you see me in public. U.S. domestic film, of course, John Wayne. Come on. What are we talking about here? Obviously a Western. So again, I'm diversifying my genres as well as my bonds.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
It's been like 20 years since I've seen this. Obviously, I've never seen it on 4K. This is another one of those format upgrades that I've heard good things about. I've heard people say very nice things about the way this looks on 4K. So I am looking forward to checking that out along with the 9 other films that I have just yapped about over the last several minutes. So again, I hope that this list does a good job of representing as a whole my unwatched pile, given the variety of genres, eras, countries, boutique labels. I'll try to get some French films in the next one, okay, guys? Calm down. But I do want you guys to please feel free to let me know what you think I should watch this week. I probably am not going to be able to get to all of them this week, so you're going to have to make a good argument in the comments. Really convince me which one I should watch first, second, third. Sell me on your opinions. You know, make your opinions known. I'm of strong opinions myself oftentimes, so I do not mind if you are also of strong opinions. I'm all good with whatever you have to say. We're a free speech channel around here, okay, guys? So make a good argument, and I will pledge on my honor to watch whatever I tell you guys in the comments that I'm going to watch. So I'll do as much as I can this week. Obviously, I can't give myself a whole month to watch these 10 movies. Otherwise, it would take like 36 months to get through my 369 movies, and that's assuming I don't add any more to the unwatched pile, which we all know I'm gonna because I have a problem. I have a problem. I'm gonna add more movies to that 369, so we gotta start chipping away at it fast, okay, guys? Let me know what I should watch. Hit the buttons. Go eat a hot dog. Wash your hair with the hot dog water. Do whatever you feel like doing. I'm gonna drink the rest of this from my patrons over here. You guys are the bomb diggity. I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm out. I can't believe I just said bomb diggity. Oh, that was a good one.